Hello ladies, we're going to continue the last two parts of our extant, page 68 on your student book. We're going to start by talking about question 3, athletes. I'm going to read it and we're going to try, please pause and try to figure out the correct answers by yourself, then play this video and we're going to solve them together. So the paragraph says, I love running and I am in my local athletes club. Athletics. Athletes are the people who do athletics. Athletics are all kinds of sports combined. I coach, train 4 days a week. Okay, a bit vague, but if I continue, he says or she says, first I spend 10 minutes warming. We know that before a sport you do what? You warm up. So we know that they don't coach, they train for 4 days a week. First, I spend 10 minutes warming up by doing stretching exercises. So they start their day, or they start their workout by doing stretching exercises. And then I do squats and sit-ups to strengthen my leg and stomach muscles. Okay, so now we know another information that squats and sit-ups strengthen your leg and stomach muscles. Next, I do practice my running techniques. Then, when you have a technique, you want to practice your running technique. I just want to make sure that practice is written wrong on your book. It's written with an S. Practice is always written with a C. Please fix it on your books. Page 68, question number 3. Practice is written with an S. Please write it with a C. We're going to continue. Next, I practice my running techniques. The club takes part in track match event every weekend. The club takes part in track events every weekend. What is a track? A track is the field athletes run in. The really big loop that goes around a football field, for example. And we're doing very well this race season. We're doing very well this season. Why? Because a series of matches, they're called a season. For example, this season, Liverpool are playing against Juventus, for example. Next season, let's assume that Liverpool are playing against Juventus this season. Liverpool won. Next season, maybe the next time they play the game at the same time of every year. This is what a season is. Please look it up in Arabic. I'm not quite sure of the meaning. Season that has to do with sports. Okay, we're doing very well this seasons. So the club is taking part in track events every weekend, and we're doing very well this season. Last Saturday, we beat Burton Athletics Club. We beat Burton Athletics Club. It means that we won a match against them. Last year's champions. So Burton Athletics Club is our last year champions, and I made the club record in the 800 meter race. Okay, we have the word record here, and we have a certain event, and when you overcome a certain event, you break records. I broke the club record. It means كسرت الرقم القياسي, literally. In the 800 meter race, my trainer says that I might be invited for a trial or test for the national athletics team soon. My trainer says that I might be invited for a trial. A trial is where you go and join a team and they try you to see how you play, to decide if you're worthy of getting into the team or not. So a trial is the correct answer. We have train, warming up, practice, track, season, beat, broke record or breaking records, and a trial. These are the words. I need you to know their meanings. English, Arabic, English, I need you to be able to know what the sentence means if you see one of these words used in a sentence. The second part is, again, I'm sorry, question 4, not question 3, which is the question directly below question 3, page 68 on your student's book. We have sports idioms. What does the word idiom mean? First, an idiom is a phrase or expression that typically presents a figurative, non-literal meaning attached to the phrase. Figurative, not literal meanings. Yani, when I say something came out of the blue, come out of the blue, this is only an example. Come out of the blue is an idiom. What does it mean? It doesn't mean that something came out of the color blue. It means that something showed up suddenly. So, a figurative, not literal meaning. So the words mean something, but the idiom, the phrases, the words all combined together mean something else that's figurative. We're gonna see the idioms we have here. The first, you'll have to be on the ball in the meeting. We don't want to lose the contract. Our idiom is on the ball. On the ball means to know what is happening and react to it quickly. You have to know the idiom and its meaning. So on the ball is to know what is happening and react to it quickly. Food for the picnic, you needn't worry on that score. We'll make some sandwiches. I guess this is extremely easy. The context of the sentence tells you the meaning, which is as far as that is concerned. Don't worry about sandwiches. Don't worry about the aspect of food for the picnic. We got that covered. The exam wasn't very difficult and we all sailed through. We all passed easily. When the exam wasn't very difficult, so it was easy for everyone to pass. It's not a level playing field and we don't all have the same job opportunities. Level playing field means a fair situation for everyone, means that everyone has equal opportunities when it comes to anything, not only jobs, okay? My dad started his business off his own bat when he was only 17. Guys, a bat means the long stick you hit something with, a baseball bat, for example. Off his own bat, on someone's own initiative. So, my dad started his business of his own bat. That means that no one helped him. He started the business on himself. He supported himself. He didn't need anyone's support. I guess that's the last one. No. Well, it was meant to be a surprise, but my brother gave the game away. I guess this is easier also because it was meant to be a surprise, but my brother gave the game away. To give the game away is to spoil something by revealing secret information. To spoil something, to ruin a surprise. This is it. Homework is question 1 plus question 5, page 61 on your workbook. I'll see you tomorrow. I believe we're gonna start grammar tomorrow. Thank you so much for listening.